Yeah, welcome back, guys. So, in this particular video, we are going to write down the script for one test case, and it is going to be a basic test case. And our more focus is to write down the automation script for that particular test case. Okay, so this is ongoing series for transition from manual testing to automation testing, and as you can see in the Excel open, this is a traditional method to write down the test cases. Okay, it's not fully conventional, but yeah, I try to write down this the steps and the summary. Okay, the test summary, and yeah, so this is what we need to automate. This is a kind of requirement for us. So without wasting much time, guys, let me explain what we are going to do in this particular test case. So as you can see in column B, I have mentioned the test summary, and that particular test case says like we are going to validate the title of a web page. Okay, and for that particular application here, our application, which we also call it as AUT, guys, application under test. Okay, so our application under test is makemytrip.com. Okay, so we are going for this particular test case, we are going to test its title. I will show you how it will look like. Yeah, make my trip. Okay, and not now. Okay, so as you can see here, you are getting make my trip and hash one treble website 50% off on hotels, and so this is its title. We need to validate if it's this title is coming up correctly or not, and this is our requirement, and we are going to write down the script for it. So without wasting much time, guys, our next step is let me try to get that requirement first. Okay, so if you if you click, guys, F12 from your keyboard, you will get this. We call it as DOM. Okay, and inside which we are having the elements. Okay, and UI automation, these elements plays a vital roles, guys. On the basis of these web elements only, we call it as a web element. So on the basis of these web elements only, we interact with the web pages. Okay, I will tell you how the interaction happens. Don't worry, guys, we will sort it out. But yeah, so after pressing F12, what I got this DOM open, and this is on the right pane side, right pane. Okay, I want it at the bottom of the space, so I will click on these three dots available here, and I will select the second last. Okay, so now you can see it's coming up here. Okay, at the bottom, and here I will search for title of this particular page. Okay, and yeah, if you go here and if you click control plus F, then you have got this search box here. Okay, so I will search like my make my trip. It should be look like this, right? Make my trip, and then hyphen. Yeah, so here is the title inside the title box, as you can see, right? So this is going to be a requirement, guys. Okay, and I will copy this, control C, and I will paste it in my validate title of the web page. I will paste it here. Okay, what is our requirement is. Okay, so our title should be make my trip number one travel website 50% off on hotels, flights, and holiday. Okay, so this is our requirement. I hope you understood it correctly. Okay, now creation of project into the IDE, right? So I will open IntelliJ. We downloaded it last time, the required softwares. You can go and check the playlist video. I have created one bonus lecture for it for you guys, just on over the software installation. Okay, so this is a project. Okay, it's a sample project, and created by ID only. Just click on don't show tips on startup. We are not much worried about these tips and all. Okay, so, we are worried about just writing down the script and enhance our automation. Okay, so what I will do, I will quickly go to project, this project, click on new project. Okay, from here, and yeah, learn, project name is learn Selenium from zero. Okay, learn Selenium. That's it. Learn, or I would say learn UI automation. This is really it. Learn UI automation. Okay, and then it will ask you for the location. So location would be anywhere, guys, where you want to save your code. Okay, where you want to save your these scripts. So I have created one folder over here that is workspace. Okay, so you can also do, and here where I will be keeping my code. Okay, So okay, and my language would be Java. Obviously, my build system will be Maven, guys. If you remember, we installed one software that is Maven. Okay, so build system would be Maven. No need to do anything. Add sample code. I will uncheck this one. We don't need it. Sample code. It will look like this only. And learn UI automation workspace. Yeah. So that's it, guys. Create Git repository. So I told you in prior video as well. Git is something where we push our code into the remote repository so that it's accessible by the other team members. Okay, so we are not worry about it. We will be having another series of it for Git. Okay, from zero to hero kind of thing. But as of now, we don't need it. Okay, and JDK, if you can see, it's auto selected, guys, and it's 21, which we installed last day. Okay, and yeah, just click on create button, and it will ask you if you want to open a project into this same window or on the new window. I don't have any use of this project as of now, so I will click on this window only. Okay, okay, guys. So as you can see, our project is ready. It's resolving some dependencies. Okay, I will tell you what dependencies are. Okay, so as you can see, there is one file that is pom.xml file. We call it as project object model file. And what this file do, it's a kind of a backbone, okay, for this Maven project. Okay, whatever dependency we are having, dependency means whatever we discussed, right, what Maven is. Maven is something, is a kind of a broker. Okay, it's a broker, and it provides us the facility to deal with the different people. Okay, if we want to build up a house, we need a plumber, we need an electrician, we need a carpenter for the furniture purpose. So all these facilities would be provided by and handled by this form.xml file. Maven handles these, and we get those, facilities from internet, and we call it as a dependency. We don't need to create. All these are all already created dependencies, already created jars. Since we are using Maven project over here, we are calling those as dependencies. If we would be using a simple Java project, we would be calling those as an external jars. Okay, so what Maven does, we will mention a dependencies inside the dependency section in this file. It will download it through the remote repository, Maven repository, which is available into remote. I will tell you guys how we do it. But if we are using direct Java project, then we need to download those dependency manually. We call it as an external jar. We need to download it through internet, and then we need to place it inside the external libraries folder. Okay. But since here we are not dealing with the dependencies and all, external jars and all, we are using already Maven project. So we will be using pom.xml file for our required dependencies. Now, what dependencies we would be needing? That's the major question, right? So we are working with Selenium, we are working with TestNG, and in this particular video, we are going to make a script which will uh, which will be to automate the scenario. Okay, now to start with the POM. Okay, let's create one tag over here and call it as dependencies. Okay, and we need to close it as well. Okay, it's closed now. And inside this dependency tag, guys, we need to provide the Selenium and TestNG dependencies. Okay, Selenium and TestNG. Now, what are those and how to get those? This is done, guys. Okay, let it open here. Okay, so if you go to Google and search for MVN repo, MVN stand for Maven, guys. Okay, so MVN repo, and if you hit enter, you will get search for the first link and the search box. This is a search operator inside this website only, mavenrepository.com. Just open this website, and you will find different dependencies over here. We are much interested in Selenium. Okay, we are much interested in Selenium. Then hit Selenium with Java. Okay, so this is the dependency. Its last release was on May 16, just a week ago, right? Less than a week. So if you open this one, so it will take you something like inside this dependency, and the latest version is 4.2.0. But I'm more concerned about 4.1.8, which is quite stable version, which was released on Feb 20. You can download anyone, but as of now, I'm more concerned about this one because it seems more stable. If you hit only one time from your mouse, that the text will be copied to your clipboard, and you need to come back, and inside these dependencies, you need to paste it. Now you have got the Selenium. It will appear in red. No issues. No issues. It will download it automatically through. Okay, and I will tell you how to do it. Let's download. Let's copy another dependency information from Maven repository, and that is TestNG. Okay, if you go to home again, and if you search for TestNG as well, okay, if you go and click on search TestNG, you will get this org.testng.com, and if you click on this 7.1.0.1, okay, and similar thing, hit here, your code will be copied, okay, into your clipboard. If you come back into IntelliJ, And if you again paste it, okay, so again you will get it into red. Okay, that means this dependency is not available into your local system as of now. Making sense? Let me tell you one more thing. Okay, if you come up here and yeah, and if you go to this PC, okay, users, and then this debug community, if you find this folder .m2 folder, this is what maven creates, and take up the external jar from remote repository to your local repository to run the test cases. As you can see, it has started downloading this org folder over here, right? And uh, TestNG. Okay, let's see what it's org.testng.com. It hasn't downloaded so far. That's why the TestNG is not available here as of now. And what about Selenium? Let's find its path, org.selenium.hq, right? So inside the org folder, the Selenium is not available as of now. Now what I will do, I will ask, Maven to download these dependencies for me. How to do that? How to do that, guys? Click on this Maven icon here. Just refresh your project. It will start resolving dependencies for this particular project. You can see resolving dependencies of learn UI automation. Okay, this blue line is in progress. Let's see. Let's wait for it. Yeah. So as you can see, these all both the dependencies are converted into the white one, right? If we go inside this folder now, and if you can see inside the organization org folder, we have now Selenium HQ. Selenium is downloaded. Okay, and apart from that, if we go to the org folder and we check for TestNG, right? Where it is, where it is, where it is, where it is, man. TestNG. Yeah, it's available here, right? So TestNG also contains the folders. Okay, so now we have imported our required dependencies into a local repository from the remote repository. Okay, that means we are good to go for writing down the script. Now, another thing. Okay, this folder structure. Okay, basically, when we will be creating our framework, so all the test scripts will move inside this test folder. Okay, test folder, and all the non-test related code will be inside this main and Java section, guys. Okay, so as of now, we are only creating a test. Okay, so we will be following the same process from the beginning itself, so that it will be good for us for understanding, and in the future we won't forget it. It will be a kind of a habit, right? So if you go and inside the Java, if you right click over this Java folder, if you go the new, and if you click on Java class, now what is class? That's a question. This is why we have this series, guys. Okay, we will be doing what we are going to do, but we will learn in the path. We are not going to learn these Java concepts first and then uh, implement it. No, we will be going through it and we will be learning through it. Now, what is Java class? Java class is collection of methods, guys. Okay, it's a kind of a blueprint. Okay, blueprint, collection of methods. It contains method. Now which kind of method? Method means function. Okay, method means function. We have a function which performs some operation. Let's click over this Java class. Okay, what we are going to name this class now. Just forget about the other option, interface, record, enum, annotation. We will discuss it, no worries, into this playlist. But our current goal is to write down a script and automate that scenario of make my trip. Okay, now what is my class name? My class name is first test case. Okay, hit enter. It will create a class for you. Okay, guys. Now the real thing comes up. Now this is class. Inside this class, we will be having methods. Okay. Now methods. How to declare methods? Public. Okay. It's a kind of a access modifier. Guys. Public. Void. Okay. Void means it will not return anything. Whatever will be happening, it will be happening inside this method, and it will be closed. This method has no hierarchical order apart from this method. Okay, so public void, and what's going to be the name of this method? This method name will be validate title. Okay, we are going to validate the title of our application. So validate title. Okay, and This is the function signature, guys. And since we are not accepting any signature here, that's why we have made it blank. And the method is covered with these two curly braces. Okay. Public, it's a kind of access modifier which allows system to call this method means to use this method throughout this project, learn UI automation. Inside main folder, inside Java folder, we can call this method from anywhere throughout the project. That's why public. Why void? Void means return type. This method doesn't have any scope out of it. Means it will not return anything to anyone. Whatever we will provide inside these two curly braces will be wrapped it down after this curly bracket. Okay, it's this method is not going to give anything to this project apart from these two curly braces. Whatever is written inside these two curly braces, guys. So this is what void means. Okay, so public void validate title. Okay, now the real use of Selenium. Okay, now the very first step is I will, and if you want to make some comments means inside this script we will be adding some general English terms. Okay, those terms for our understanding only. So first of all, as you remember the diagram, right? So here we have this browser, right? So this browser and the code ID I told you. This is ID where we are writing down the code. Now and we browser, okay, browser. We have this browser available, right? Now the thing is, and the another thing is this browser executable. JDK is nothing to worry. We are into the IDE. That means we are inside the JDK already. Next thing is browser executable, guys. Okay, so browser executable. What is browser executable? If you remember, last day we downloaded one zip file, right? And yeah, Chrome driver, Windows 64 file. Okay, so this is the driver executable, guys. Okay, now this driver executable work as driver executable will work as a bridge, right? So we need to mention its existence to this. We need to tell, okay, this ID. Okay, I have this browser executable available. So how to do that? Okay, so setup browser executable path. Okay, set up a browser executable path. Now how to do that? This is a system, guys. Okay, we are setting up this path browser executable where is its existence into to the system. Okay, so system dot set properties, systems dot. Okay, so system dot set property. Set property is a method, guys. Okay, so inside which you need to provide two parentheses. Okay, two signatures. Okay, here in this particular method we don't have any signatory available, but set property needs signature. Signature means parameters. Okay, so what are these parameters? Are these parameters are we need to tell him over the which browser we are going to execute our test cases. Over the which browser we are going to execute our test cases. So our test cases would be WebDriver dot Chrome. Okay, dot driver. We are going to use Chrome driver. We are telling our IDE execute my script over the Chrome driver. Okay, now the path. Okay, if you go here and we have this Chrome driver. Okay, so if you copy this, we will sort it out, guys. Don't worry, like we are passing hard code, we are hard coding it. We will sort it out. Our main motto today is to run the script. Okay, at the day one, we need to pass our test cases first. Chrome driver downloads inside which we have this Chrome driver Windows and after that we need to pass its name as well. So if you click on this Chrome driver, click F2, then it will over it will catch this name. You can copy it with Control C, come up here and Control V. Okay, and yeah, so this is the path. If you come up here, you hit enter, nothing will happen. Okay, so system dot set property. Okay, we have this. Now we have set up the path, okay, where our browser executable is present. So we have already told our ID. Okay, here our code is present. Now our coding start. Okay, so webdriver, we need to create an object. Okay, we need to create an object. Now how to create an object? In Java we have a concept of new keyword. Okay, we have a concept of new keyword with the help of which we can create a new object. So web driver, and our object name is driver. Okay, we can name it anything, driver 2, driver 3, and everything. It can be anything, but web driver equals to new Chrome driver, guys. Okay, new Chrome driver. Now, what we have done here, it's an interface, and in Java, we cannot create object of an interface. Okay, we can take its reference, but we cannot create its object. Hence, WebDriver, we have created the object of Chrome driver. We have created the object of Chrome driver with the help of WebDriver reference as a reference. Okay, so driver equals to new Chrome driver, guys. Now, coming to the next step, driver dot. If you click on dot, you will get the method inside the Chrome driver class. Okay, get title is there, but get title will give you the title of the page. But first thing we need to do is to get the URL. If you come up here, if you come to your Excel sheet, okay, open the browser. This is the first step, right? So if you copy it, you come up here, and this thing will do your first step. Okay, open the browser. This tab will open the browser for you. Okay, the second step, what does it say? Hit the URL, right? Makemytrip.com. Okay, hit the URL, makemytrip.com. This is the hit the URL. So this is the process to hit the URL. Now, what is the URL? If you come up to the makemytrip.com, if you copy this from here and get inside the double quotes, makemytrip.com. Okay. And what is the next step? Next step, if you go to that Excel, you will fetch it out, validate title of the page. Okay. Validate title of the page. Okay. If you come up here inside the IntelliJ, and you can write it down, driver dot get title, right? Get title. Now it will give you get title. It will give you get title. This is how we comment out the code, guys, with the two slashes. Okay. Yeah. So we need to validate the title. Now this method get title, this method get title from the driver object, this method get title will give you the title, but you need to catch it. Okay, you need to catch it. Where, how to catch it? Look, the get title, if you mouse over here, it will give you like it's written type is string, guys. Okay, so you need to have a string object over here. String. Don't worry, guys, I will tell you everything, but this is how we write a flat script. Okay, these string, these integer. My another ongoing playlist is there on the YouTube. If you go to the channel and check, where we have discussed the multiple interview questions, there I have explained these topics. But don't worry, you will get it during this during this playlist. I will explain you everything. So string, what is title? Okay, this is the name of my string, and yeah, I have catched it here. String. Okay. Oh, I just saying this. String. Make my trip. Driver dot get title. Change variable type to string. It's already string. Let's change. Okay, I think this is the first project. So what I will do, I will quickly resolving the conflicts. Okay, download the dependencies, download sources, and let's try to restart it. Restart this ID, guys. If you click over there here, if you click over these hamburger and you go to invalidate cache. Yeah, all right, guys. So after restarting, these issues are gone. That yeah, no worries. So now we have stored because it's return type is string. If you can see the title of the current page with landing strip or null if one of one is not already set. Okay, so it's return type string as you can see over here. So we have catch that into a string type of variable that is title. Okay, or let's name it as actual title. Okay, actual title. Okay, so yeah, string we have got it and. Now this was the third step. I think we have completed validate title of page. Okay, so now we have got it but we haven't validated, right? So that thing we would be doing as of now, okay, with the help of conditional statement. I will tell you why we are doing like this. Okay, and yeah, so we will be doing like this: system dot out dot println. Okay, print and what we are doing, this is the command used for writing down, okay, in the console what we need to write down. Okay, so yeah, so what we are doing, this is the actual and store another thing into a string variable, actual and expected. Okay, expected title. Okay, what is our expected title? Expected title, if you remember, we have stored here, right? This one, make my trip. Okay, okay, yeah, so this is our expected title, right? So yeah, so if actual title dot, it's a string type, guys. Okay, we are playing with Java now. Equal ignore case, equal ignore case expected. Okay, if both are equal, w- actual title and expected title both are equal, then this will say test is passed, right? And if it is failed, if it is failed, okay, then this will say, sorry, if else it is failed, then it will say like system dot out dot println. This is how we type print in the console, guys. Println and yeah, test is failed. Making sense? All right. So what we have done, we have told the driver, okay, told the id where our browser executable is. Then we have created the object with the help of chrome driver. We have launched the browser and we have validated the title of the page. We have got the title stored into the string. Then expected we already have with us, okay, that was in from the requirement side. Then we have checked whether if it is failed or passed. Okay, and in the next video, in the next else statement, we have checked, okay, if it is not if actual and expected are not matching, then our test case is failed. This is the method we have utilized from the string class equal ignore case. It will check whatever we are validating, whatever two things we are validating are equal, irrespective of their cases, whether it's uppercase or lowercase, it won't work. Okay, it will pass. And if we only use equals, then it will check it hardly whether both of the string has same upper cases and same lower cases characters. Okay, so this is what, no, one step still remaining, guys. If you go to the sheet, close the application. Okay, so close the application. Now how to do it? Driver dot close. Yeah, so this is our test. Now comes what is TestNG. This is TestNG, the test annotation, guys. Okay, as you can see at the rate test. So this will define our validate title. Whatever method is we have written is a test. Okay, there are multiple other annotation inside the TestNG. We will look into it while having multiple test cases before suite, after suite, at before test, before class, and all. And but here our agenda is we have a test, we have a flat script. It's not dependent on any framework as of now. It's not integrated with any framework, but we want to run it. Okay, so now let's run it and let's see what problems do we face. Okay, it's running. If you click on these two green buttons, this will run it. Okay, and let's say it's working. There it says launch the browser. Just allow it notification, guys. I will pass it on my password here and I will allow it. First time you will get it. This is the first time it's running. Okay, allow Java will also ask you guys, so just provide your password if you are using it. Okay, this time it failed because it was asking for some, no such driver exception. You can see this is one time of exception. Driver at location, okay, does not exist. It's saying Chrome driver does not exist. Why it's saying? But we have placed it, right? We have placed it at the same location. If you come up here and you go here, and you can see Chrome driver, right? So it's there. It's there. We have passed out the path. But why it's not working? This is what the main agenda of this playlist, guys. We will learn from the problems, guys. We will create the problems and then we will solve it. So let's try with this exe at the back end after Chrome driver, this path, system.set property. Okay. So when do we get this no such driver exception? When the driver executable is not present, right? Also, yeah. So let's see if this works in this way. Again, try to run it. It's yeah, it has launched the browser. It has hit the URL. Okay, as you can see, it's asking for some mobile number and all. Test passed. Now test is failed. Why? Why? Test is failed. Actually, test is fast. We haven't done anything right. It's just a if and else block. That's why. But we have got test is failed into into our into our console. Driver was launched. Everything was happening, and expected title and this one. Okay. Now do one thing. If in such scenarios, what do we have? Very easiest way of debugging. Okay, system dot out dot print ln. Okay, and let's print actual title first, like this. Okay, then expected title. Okay, then expected title here. Okay, now run it again. You will get to know what are the differences. Okay, it's running again, and yeah, it ran, and why it failed. Make my trip, number one website, flights, and hold it. Okay, okay. Did you find it, guys? If you click here, you will get this cursor is populating here. I'm clicking here, okay, but the cursor is populating here. There was a space, okay. If I click in this line, you can see this space is there, right? This space. So due to this test was failing into the console. It's not failing as we didn't do. We will introduce an assertion here. But what my agenda is to find it out and debug it. Okay, you can see the space is there, and in the first line, and in the actual one, the space is not there, but the expected title, one space is there. If you go to the end, and if you remove this space from here, okay, and then if you run the test case, let's see what happens. Let's see. Now we have again removed the white space from the back side of expected title. It was an extra space, might be we copied from Excel to here. Okay, and yeah, it has done something. Make my trip. Now you can see test is passed. It was moved inside, means equal ignore case method got passed. So this is all about this video, guys. This was the first day when we started our testing journey, our automation journey with the direct test case. And first test case is passed, and in the later we will be dealing with the more complex cases. But this was the congratulations, guys. We have successfully, created our first script, and stay connected, and we will find it out. We will learn through this journey, and we are not going to jump into that theoretical part first and then go and sit and then we are going to code. No, we will work in a rugged manner this with this playlist. Okay, we will find out the problems, then we will face them, and then we will find out the solution over them. Stay connected, guys. Have a good day, and please share this channel with your friends who want to transit from manual to automation as you are doing. Thank you, guys. Good day.